is Gordon Hayward going to join the arms race, or is he going to not join the arms race?
And then what does that mean?
So Gordon Hayward is, to me, going to be a massive domino to fall probably by early next week. He's going to take 3 meetings. He's going to meet with the Heat on Saturday. He's going to meet with the Celtics on Sunday. He's going to meet with his Jazz on Monday.
Sure.
He's given the Jazz 3 days to see what else they do with their roster, and he's going to listen to what the Heat and Celtics say. The Celtics have a window here where they could build a super team. They could convince Gordon Hayward to sign with them over the weekend, land him by Monday, and then go ahead and offer a whole bunch of their assets that they've been holding back to Indiana for Paul George.
Wow.
By next week, they could have Isaiah Thomas, Al Horford, Gordon Hayward, and Paul George.
Wow.
That could happen. Or they could not get Gordon Hayward, not get Blake Griffin, and end up deciding not to trade for Paul George. I know how Daryl Morey would operate. Boston's been hedging a little bit. But that's sort of the domino effect that is going to fall. So what happens to Paul George might affect what happens with Gordon Hayward. If Gordon Hayward signs with Boston, then I think they really go hard after Paul George. If he doesn't, I think the chances that the Rockets can get Paul George increase.
Okay.
Because there's less of a bidder.
Okay.
And I think the Rockets are rooting for Gordon Hayward to sign either in Miami or stay in Utah so they can get Paul George. And then you look in Miami. Now, you wouldn't say that Dion Waiters is a major free agent in this summer.
Yeah.
But they love him in Miami. He's a fan favorite there right now.
Okay.
And if Gordon Hayward signs in Miami, they won't have the cap space left to sign Dion Waiters, so Dion Waiters would be on the move. So,
okay, so this is the impact of one Gordon Hayward, and it's so interesting because it didn't sound like a big name right off the top, and I'm looking at this graphic as we're breaking it down for our viewers at home. I mean, that's the first major domino, if you will. That's the person that once he moves, and everything else will decide. Everyone will decide.
And I mean, we could even go further out than that, but we have limited time here. But like George Hill, people don't care that much about George Hill.
Yeah.
He's going to make a lot of money. But if he walks on Utah and goes to San Antonio, that affects what Gordon Hayward feels about Utah. And it also might affect Kyle Lowry's market. I mean,
well, talk to me about Gordon Hayward briefly before we move on.
Yeah.
What kind of player is he? What kind of person is he? Does he want to win right away? Is he patient with this? Does he want to make money?
We're going to find out. He has had a beautiful career arc. He's been slow and steady over the last couple of years, has dramatically improved. All-star this last year, in his prime, going into his 8th season. This is the time where you expect greatness from him. And if he's on a team where he doesn't have to carry the whole load, he could be a part of a championship contender. What Utah is trying to do is they're trying to say, hey, we've got Rudy Gobert. We want to lock you in.
Yeah.
We're going to go out and try to get other pieces. We're going to contend with the Warriors. But like I said, I just presented you that case in Boston where his former college coach, Brad Stevens, coaches.
Yeah.
You think about the Celtics walking in there and saying, we think we could win the East with you next year.
Yeah, sounds good.
Miami, I don't think can say that. And I don't think Utah can honestly present that case.
And you say Celtics have the most assets to give away.
Yeah.
Which means it could increase their possibility for Paul George.
And the other thing where this all gets crazy is if Paul George went to the Celtics and they had Gordon Hayward locked down and they had Al Horford locked down and he liked the look of the team, would he be willing to extend his contract?